A lot of YouTubers are quitting Jailbreak, and I'm here to explain why. The basic rundown of it is that the game's getting stale, and YouTubers are finding it hard to get ideas. So I'm here to break down why YouTubers are quitting, and what Jailbreak can do to fix that. The first thing I have to talk about are the seasons. In every season, except for the one exception, which is season 11, you only get one vehicle. This is fine, and we get 9 cosmetic items, which is definitely a plus, but where most people's problem lies are the contracts. You do the same contracts every day, you barely get any levels, and it takes a really long time. I personally don't have a problem on the way seasons are structured in Jailbreak, but I think they need to add more contracts. If they made it so you get 5 XP every time you rob a store or every time you arrest a criminal, less people would be mad about it, and it allows people to play the game normally without having to revolve their gameplay around these contracts. The second problem these contracts brings is that it's encouraging people to log on for like 15 to 30 minutes, completing all of their contracts, maybe driving around as I am, and then logging off. This is a really repetitive way of keeping people playing the game, but it gets less and less enjoyable as the seasons go on. The next problem, and I think it's one of the biggest problems, is the trading system. The idea of trading is good, and I think the way they did it was exceptionally well, but there are a few problems in trading that, if changed, would help the game tremendously. First of all, let us see our past trades. If we could view our past trades, we will understand what we valued the items at and what we traded our stuff for, which is great to familiarize yourself with your own inventory. The second problem with trading is that I can see other people's inventories, but let's say I wanted to trade this guy for a torpedo, I have to find him in-game. This simply prolongs how long people stay in the game, which can get really annoying, especially since if I trade this guy, he might not even accept. If they added a feature that allowed you to instant trade from afar, it would make trading so much more fun and frictionless. My third problem with trading is that it kind of changes the trajectory of the game. Before trading came out, if you wanted a vehicle, you would have to grind for it, no exceptions. But if you're rich in trading, you can skip all the content in the game and just come back when the vehicle is out and get everything. I guess it's useful for some people, but I feel like trading has kind of ruined the game in that aspect. But badimo sees this problem, and they are making an effort to make more exclusive items. For example, in the crew battles, if you get top 50 in the crews, you get gradient pixel, and if you're number 1, you get blue flames. These 2 drift effects will not be tradable, so if you want them, you're actually gonna have to work for them, which is good and makes people play longer. But that's enough talking about trading. Let's talk about another key problem with Jailbreak. There are only 2 teams, or game modes per se. 2 teams can get really repetitive really fast, and it's really one-sided, really. I can guarantee you play criminal team because it's more fun, you get more money, and it's overall a better experience than playing police team, being called a camper, barely making any money because the bounty system is quite annoying, and it's tiring just arresting criminals over and over again. The point that I'm trying to get to is Jailbreak needs a new team. This is where a civilian's role comes in. With a civilian's role, you would be able to drive around freely without having to worry about getting arrested or getting sniped across the map by some criminal, and it would add a new perspective to Jailbreak. I'm not saying this to say Jailbreak's bad or anything. This video is mainly to give ideas on what Jailbreak can do better, and so that they can prolong the game and make their players happy. I wish for Jailbreak to have many more years just like this one. I expanded in way more detail on what Jailbreak could do with a civilian's role, so click that video on the screen to see what Jailbreak could do to revive the game. Personally, I'm still having a lot of fun with Jailbreak, but I understand why YouTubers are getting burnt out and wanting to move to different games.